My Premier League end of year predictions. 20th, Sheffield United. It's a sad time to be a Sheffield United fan. They probably had very high hopes for this season with 91 points last season in the Championship. But as it stands, they're bottom of the league and 10 points away from safety. Sheffield, you know it, we know it, you're getting relegated. As it happens, Sheffield Wednesday are also about to be relegated. It's just a disappointing time for the whole of the Sheffield area right now. 19th, Burnley. Burnley have won 3 in their last 23 matches. And they're about to play Liverpool, so it's safe to assume that's going to be 3 in 24. It's not controversial, it's the truth. Burnley just aren't up to Premier League standards. 18th, Everton. I'm calling it. This will finally be the year that Everton get relegated. Everton are currently facing a potential 2nd point deduction, which wouldn't just put them in the relegation zone, it would put them bottom of the table. It's a shame they've been done so unfairly, because Everton are currently having one of their best seasons in years. But if they get this 2nd point deduction, there's no coming back. Everton barely survive relegation every year, and you wonder how long they can make it last. I'm saying there's a new team that are going to take that position, and that's Luton Town, who are going to finish 17th. What a season Luton are having. 10 years ago, they were in the non-league. Now they're not just in the Premier League, they're getting decent results. All odds were against them coming into the Premier League, but it's actually been highly positive. They absolutely demolished Brighton 4-0 recently, and in other positives for the club, they managed to score 3 past Arsenal. Newcastle have played Luton twice, but not beaten them once. Luton amazingly won the first game and managed to score 4 past them for an impressive draw the second. I've been rooting for Luton Town ever since I saw the quality of their stadium when entering the league. Now they're out of the relegation zone, and I firmly believe they can stay up. Come on, Luton. 16th, Nottingham Forest. Ever since the sacking of Steve Cooper, Forest have been doing better. They do face a lot of disappointment as a club, but they won't be as disappointed as the teams going down to the Championship. Forest will do just fine this season. 15th, Crystal Palace. How long are Crystal Palace going to keep Roy Hodgson? Well, I know he's consistent, but that's consistently finishing middle of the table. Is that the kind of consistency you want at Crystal Palace? They're not amazing, but they still have the squad to sit comfortably in the Premier League, occasionally getting decent results like their draw at the Etihad or their win at Old Trafford. Crystal Palace will be fine for the next few years, but can they actually finish in the top 10? 14th, Brentford. Brentford have only managed to win 1 in their last 10 games, and they're about to play Man City, so that's probably going to be 1 in their last 11.
Yeah, the match has now happened. City beat Brentford 3-1.
But Ivan Toney's returned, and he's returned to scoring. I think Brentford will start picking up some form momentum. At best, they'll finish 14th. At worst, they'll finish 16th. 13th, Bournemouth. I'm predicting Bournemouth to have their best season in years. In the last 10 years, Bournemouth have been in and out of the Premier League, but after much frustration, they've finally found some form. They currently sit comfortably in 12th, and I reckon they'll end it on 13th. Great season, Bournemouth. 12th, Fulham. And I just mentioned Bournemouth, who are Fulham's next opponent, and I reckon Fulham will get the win at home. I reckon they'll get that win and a few others to just give them the edge over Bournemouth in points, maybe even by goal difference. They're very close, and they're both having great seasons. 11th, Wolves. Sorry about the late win of Wolves. It must have hurt Kobbie Mainoo scoring a screamer in the last minute. Believe me, I know the feeling. But Wolves have been pretty good this season. I mean, they just beat Chelsea and just overtook Chelsea in the Premier League. It's not been Wolves' best season in the last 10 years, but it's been impressive. It's been more consistent than normal. If Wolves start picking up more form, they can finish in the top 10 this season. That's where they are right now anyway. 10th, Chelsea. Congratulations, Chelsea. You are the biggest banter club in the Premier League. But I must say, 10th is a big achievement for Chelsea. Going from 12th last season to a top 10 finish this season, bloody hell. A few years ago, they won the Champions League. This year, they won't even qualify for the Conference League. Chelsea, you're hilarious. 9th, Newcastle. Newcastle's season has gone horribly wrong so far. They've had a few good results. 8-0 against Sheffield away. They beat Man City. But they've gone from last season, their best Premier League finishing position in years, qualifying for the Champions League, which they're now out of, and being 9th in the Premier League. That's a downgrade of a season.
It was at this point the recording got corrupted, but I said Brighton will finish 8th.
7th, West Ham. West Ham, you were having a decent season, but 3-0, get in the bin, no Europa League. Look, West Ham did very well to beat Arsenal both times they played, but they also didn't score a goal past Bristol City both times they played. West Ham's continuous disappointment comes down to one word: consistency. With West Ham, it's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back. A bit like Man United. 7th is not bad though, well done West Ham. 6th, Man United. Every single season, United have a rough patch, nobody believes in us, and then we pick up some form and say, I told you so. This season, Man United have had a bit of an injury crisis, mainly lacking without Casemiro and Martinez on the pitch. That changes the whole dynamic of the squad not having them. But just like Ten Hag kept saying, when they come back, we'll come back. Casemiro and Martinez are back in the squad and we've won 4 of our last 5 matches. Crazy how that happens, isn't it? Stop writing Man United off too early in the season. We go through bad form, then we go through good form. And now we can entertain the possibility of European football. But I know we're going to get at least 6th, just mark my words. 5th, Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou, you've impressed me. Tottenham have played so much more pulled together and consistently since Ange has been in office. I still don't think they're going to be winning anything for a few years, but this is their best chance at Champions League in ages. 4th, Aston Villa. Villa, where did you come from? 3 years ago, you barely survived relegation by 1 point, and now you're in a title race. Villa have been amazing this season. I mean, the scoreline against Man City was 1-0, but they absolutely dominated that game. They had 22 shots, and that was 20 more than Man City's shots. But yeah, keep up the great work, Villa, because it's inspiring how far you've managed to come with Unai Emery. 4th this season, but I reckon you'll get top 3 next season if you keep up like this. 3rd, Arsenal. Wow, Arsenal just beat Liverpool 3-1. No one expected that considering the results of the last 2 times that Liverpool and Arsenal played. But 3-1 ends Liverpool's winning streak, and maybe Arsenal are about to go on one of their own. If anyone's going to knock Man City off their perch, it's either Liverpool, Arsenal, or a man with a lot of money buying a football club and taking them to the top. I just don't think Arsenal are quite equipped to win the league yet. In the next 5 years, absolutely, it's a chance. But right now, they just can't stay at the top consistently. They were first of the league for 92% of last season, but bottled it. They've been first of the league twice this season, but bottled it. Arsenal, Man United push Liverpool to a draw at Anfield to keep you top of the league, and then you go and bottle it to West Ham and Fulham. What kind of ungratefulness is that? You do realise we were trying to help you, not make you go down. I mean, for once, Liverpool and City aren't the only ones in contention to win the league. We want you to do it. It's not just a matter of our arch rivals for once. But how do you expect to win the league if you can't even win against Fulham? Arsenal are a great side, but I can't see them actually winning it unless they get more squad depth and a bit more money. Still rooting for them though. Anyone that manages to stop my 2 arch rivals from winning the league gets into my good books. 2nd, Liverpool. Klopp's final season as manager at Liverpool is actually turning out to be very good. I mean, it's all good being first in the league in September with a few nice early results, but they're first in the league in February. They've truly proven themselves this season and may genuinely win it. But no matter how good Liverpool is by February, they usually bottle it by May. In Liverpool's existence, they've won 6 Champions Leagues. Wow. 8 FA Cups. Wow. 16 Carabao Cups. Oh my God, so they must have loads of Premier League titles, right? Wrong. They've won 1 in the last 30 years. I hate Liverpool, so it's great that they always bottle it for me, but they just can't stay at the top for the whole season. It just doesn't happen for them. And I don't think Klopp's last season will be any different. What a career he's had though, fair play to the man. First, obviously Man City. Boring City with their 4th Premier League title in a row. Bloody hell, 4 years in a row they've won it. Are we in a Farmers League these days? Is that what the Premier League's come to? Every so often you get teams coming close. Oh my God, Arsenal have been at the top for 92% of this season. I think they can win it. No. Oh my God, Spurs are top of the season. No. Aston Villa are top of the league. Can you no. And Liverpool are top of the league right now. City is still going to win it. Everybody knows it. Yes, City have a few surprising results here and there, like their loss to Wolves and their loss to Villa, but those results don't end up mattering when they go on a 20-game unbeaten streak. In fact, I think they're about to go on one right now. They've won 10 out of their last 11. What the fuck? Life must be pretty good right now, eh, glory hunters? Don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of respect for the Man City fans that watched them lose for decades and have actually stuck with them this whole time to finally see them win. But 90% of your fans showed up in the last 2 years. You're full of glory hunters. Fake fucking football fans. But regardless of the shameless fake fans, Man City still win everything. And they'll continue to dominate football until somebody with more money than the Saudis come along. City are going to win for the 4th time in a row. What a surprise. But that's the end of my Premier League predictions. Champions League, I think Real Madrid will. FA Cup, probably Man City. And Carabao Cup, Liverpool. Cheers.